new sunglasses, like a brand new pair of jeans.
Today, this practice can be done at any time. It is a little bit more of an energizing practice, so if you happen to be able to get it done in the morning, that's amazing. Make sure that you listen to your body. Only you know where you've been, what you've been doing too much of and not enough of. So I will start with the foundations of the poses, and then I'll build up on each pose. Feel free to take it further if you know where to take it further. Feel free to stay with the first variation or even modify in a way that I haven't explained. If your knees are sensitive, you might want to have extra kind of cushioning for the knees. I've got a nice B mat and it's the extra thick one, so I've got lots of cushioning. If you happen to have a yoga strap, that's fantastic. You can have that handy. If not, a large kind of bath towel or even like a necktie, an old necktie could work. I just have this rolled up hand towel just for the back of my neck when I'm lying on my back. It's just nice to put behind me so I don't feel the sensation of lifting my chin up throughout some of the practice. My blocks have gone missing, so if you do have yoga blocks, 2 would be great. I'll just use this to demonstrate. This is a speaker. We get creative here. I'll use this if you ever feel it in the poses that we need to just elevate, bring the ground up to our hands to make sure that we don't compromise our body to get to the ground. So without further ado, we will start standing. I will kind of move from facing you to turning this way to show the poses. I'll have you start at the front of your mat, which would look like this. Okay, and we can start with the feet hip width distance apart, or the big toes together and the heels slightly apart. Really try to spread your toes out. So for this part, I'll be looking at you and talking. You'll be standing at the front of the mat and listening to what I'm saying. I'll try to use my words as best I can so that you can think about or hear what I'm saying so you don't have to look up too often. So spread the toes right out. We're often tight with our shoes, right? Let's really spread the toes, let them breathe, and then gently rocking forward and back, just transferring your weight from the front toes to the midfoot to the heel, and then transferring side to side. Good. We're just really trying to find the earth and ground into our toes. So once we have that set, we'll just roll the shoulders up, back, and down a couple times. We've got so much tension right now in our lives. Everything seems to be lifted. The hackles are elevated. Let's drop those right down. Let's bring the palms to our heart center, and we'll exhale all the air that we have in our lungs. We'll inhale through our nose very, very, very deep. And then we'll exhale through our mouth. Letting out sound through the mouth releases physical and emotional tension. So inhale again through our nose, very, very, very deep. Exhale. One last time, I invite you to even close your eyes. Inhale through the nose, very, very, very deep. And exhale through the mouth. On your next inhalation, we'll ground down through your feet. We'll grow through the crown, and we'll just create a little pressure between the fingertips. We'll now change the breath to inhale and exhale through the nostrils, so we keep the lips closed. We inhale through the nostrils, and we exhale through the nostrils, starting to turn on our ujjayi breathing. If you know that breath, go ahead and take it. If not, I'll break it down here. As you exhale, you hear the sound of the ocean resonate at the back of the throat. And then we start to pull up the pelvic floor with each exhalation. In yoga, we call that the root lock. And as we exhale, we also try to draw the navel into the spine. We call that the belly lock. So with each exhalation, there is a drawing up of the pelvic floor and a drawing in of the navel. And as we inhale, those locks soften. They don't drop away, they just soften. And then as we exhale, we pull them back up. Let's begin ujjayi breathing. Inhale through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Allow the worries to melt away with your exhalation. Inhale, reach the hands up and over the head. Press the hips and pelvis forward. And exhale, swan dive down to the ground. Hinging from the hips, the knees bend. Let the body hang here for a moment. Let the head go. We'll bend the left knee and straighten the right leg as we reach up to the right side. And then we'll lower that right hand down, tent those right fingers, bend the right knee, let the left fingers drag up the side body. This is where if you have a block, you can use it. We're gonna do it again, either side. So we'll bend the left knee, straighten the right, lengthen through the spine. Try to keep the hips square to the front, the shoulders rotate, open up through the sides of the body. Good, and we'll hang down forward in a bend here. Let's now just tuck the tail under. We're rolling up the spine, one vertebrae at a time, successional movement through the spine, and then we'll inhale, take the hands over the head. Grounding down through both feet. A little extra on the left, we'll reach up and over to the right. I'll just turn so you can see what I'm doing. Reach up and over to the right. And then press down through the outside edge of your left foot and reach up and over to the left. Pressing down through the outside edge of your right foot, we'll do it again. Really trying to get the cobwebs out of the sides of the body. Watch the shoulders aren't up to the ears, plug them down into the sides. Draw the navel into the spine. Good, we'll reach up now. Let's swan dive down. This is a surrender down to the earth. Hinging, hinging, hinging. We'll inhale, look up halfway, scoop your belly, squeeze your shoulder blades on your back. Nice long spine here. Draw the belly in. Feel as if there's a string from the crown of the head all the way down the spine through the tailbone. And then the hands will reach the ground. Bend the knees as much as you need to get down. Step back right. Step back left. Let's hold in a plank here. In a plank, we're pressing firm into our hands, into the earth. We're charging our legs with energy, firing up through the quads. The tailbone is slightly tucked under versus up. We hold this for a moment. And then let's bend the knees here. Let's gently press back into a child's pose. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Stay right here. When you breathe here, I want you to feel the breath coming in horizontally to the side bodies as you inhale, and exhale, soften. Ujjayi breathing all the time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Thinking about the root lock and the belly lock. And then from here, people, we'll take the hips and bum off the heels, or the hips off the heels. We'll reach up and over to the left side. And we'll just flow. We'll just float into the right side. So there's a bit of movement happening. You're shifting from the center and then over to that right side. And the heels are off the hips. I have my toes curled. If that bothers your toes, keep your toes flat down. And then we'll hold here. Look over the left. Look under the right. And then we'll come up and over to the other side. So as I reach over to the right side, I'm walking my knees to the left. And I'm really feeling this through the whole side of the body. Underneath the armpit, all down the sides. Notice how my elbow's not coming to the ground. The elbow stays off. Good, and then we'll walk the hands back to center. Please bring the hands all the way back. Turn your fingers towards your knees. Turn your fingers towards your knees, okay? Curl the toes. Again, if it bothers the toes, keep the feet flat. And we're gently shifting forward and back. I'll show this way. So, if this feels too much through the wrists and there's not enough flexion in the wrist, do this, okay? So have your shoulder, elbow, and wrist in alignment. Fingers drip down and you draw the fingertips and the palm back. Nice long spine. If this is too much for the knees, then we come up here. Okay? And we'll do both sides. Meanwhile, if you're down here on the ground, the closer your hands are to your knees, the more of a modification really it is. So to make it more challenging, we take the fingers away from the knees. Yeah? And we feel that all the way down through the forearms and wrists, and we can gently go side to side. And while we're here, let's just go the other way. So this is going to be much more difficult with the tops of the hands on the mat for most of us will have the hands like this. We'll let the fingers drip right down. And then we'll let them drip on the other side. And then let's just wiggle out through the fingers, through the wrists. Let's just take it to the shoulders, roll those right out so that we can come into our flow nice and warmed up. I'll just show this from this side. Really open up here. We have so much tension. Again, those hackles are up from stress. The shoulders are up to the earlobes. Drop them down. Okay, let's come back into our position for a down dog. So we'll spread our fingers, magnetize those fingers to the mat. Okay, curl the toes, lift the hips up and back. So we'll all start with our knees quite bent in our down dog. Okay, and then we'll just gently shift the weight side to side. We don't want too much weight on the hands. We want the weight back into the hips. And then here, bit by bit, we'll pedal out the feet. Pedaling the feet out side to side, back and forward, like a sprinter on the blocks. When you're doing this, you just feel this opening through the backs of the hips, the backs of the legs. And then we'll hold both feet evenly down. So allow both heels to sink without tucking the tail under. Victory is not getting the heels to touch the ground. And then we'll shift forward into a plank. You can always modify this with bending your knees down to the ground. And then exhale back to down dog. Inhale, come forward. Shoulders, elbows, wrists are stacked. Exhale back. 2 more times, please. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, come back. Let's hold here for 5 breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Think about the root lock and the belly lock. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. That's about 3. Again, you can gently shake out no and nod out yes with the head and neck. Exhale for the last time here. Rise up on the balls of the feet, bend the knees and step or jump your feet to the hands. Inhale, look up halfway, scoop the belly, squeeze the blades. Exhale. Melt down, ground down into the feet, into the heels, hinge up, reverse swan dive, come up into a nice gentle back bend, and exhale, the hands can go down at your sides, down to the center, any way you like. Ground down again, inhale, reach up, exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, look up halfway, scoop your belly, squeeze your shoulder blades on your back. Root your hands and step or jump your feet back. Hold here in a plank. I'd say for most of us, we'll bend the knees down. We're going to lower our body to the earth. Lower the body down slowly to the earth. Watch the head doesn't go. Watch the tailbone doesn't go wild. Lower the body down to the earth and we'll come into a nice baby cobra. So the elbows are coming back and we're taking that crown of the head forward. And let's just come down on an exhalation. Inhale, come back up. Maybe some of us have a bit more extension to the spine. We'll lift the elbows off. We don't want any crunching or over tightening in the lower back. No compression in the lower back and come back down. Curl the toes, elbows high, hands under the armpits, curl back. Down dog. We're going to do this 2 more times so you can do just what we did or we can take it up a notch. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Chaturanga is with our legs straight. Inhale into an up dog. So this is a big, big jump from what we just did. Again, listen to your body. You want to watch the shoulders aren't rolling forward. Draw them back. Broad across the collarbones. Push into your hands. Engage through your core. Curl your toes and press back to down dog. We'll hold our down dog for 3 breaths. Really spread those fingers, people. Press the weight back into the hips. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, flip the toes, come up into an upward dog or the cobra that we did first. Push into the hands. Curl the toes, press back into down dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, rise in the balls of the feet, bend the knees, don't jump forward yet. Breathe out, let the heels melt. One more time, rise up on the balls of the feet. Bend the knees, step or jump your feet to your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Scoop the belly, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, melt. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Come all the way up and back. Exhale, take the hands to your heart center. We'll inhale here, stay as you are. Exhale through your mouth. Ground down into the earth. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, scoop the belly, squeeze the shoulder blades on the back. Exhale, step or jump back. Slowly lower the body. You know what to do with the knees up. I'll show with the knees down again. Slowly lower. Inhale, up dog. Cobra, extended cobra. Curl the toes, press firm into the earth to come up and back into downward dog. Okay, let's really get strong to the hands, spread the fingers. If you have any shoulder injuries, you won't do this. Otherwise, reach your right leg up. Open it towards the right side, bend the knee. Open the hips. Breathe. Watch that right hand doesn't come off. Feel the hips opening to the right side as that right heel falls off the side of the mat. Shift forward, please, and bring your knee right into your chest. Point your toe. Push firm into your hands. Scoop your belly. Scoop your belly. Inhale, reach the legs straight up. And exhale, bring your hand right through, or your foot right through to your hands. Back knee lowers down. Tuck that tail under. Take your hands on your hips. Tuck the tail under. Fire up through your glute, your bum, so that your hip flexors open up. Reach up through the left hand. I'll show this to the side just so you can see. Reach up and over. The hand can be on the hips. Gently twist. I don't know if you can hear Diva Primal in the background. Beautiful voice. Reaching up and over. This isn't necessary. You can keep it right here. It's up to you. From here, let's everybody bring the hands down to the inside of the right foot. Inside of the right foot. Looks like this. Curl the back toes up. So charge your back leg with energy, please. You can use your blocks. You can use your fists. Shift your weight forward and back. Shift your weight forward and back. Notice my head isn't dropping. I'm not dumping into the shoulders. From here, peel your right foot off the mat, like you're peeling Velcro off. I'll show it from the side here. So like you're peeling Velcro off, the foot comes right off the mat, okay? You're opening up through the hip. If you need to, lower your back knee. You're really opening up through that right hip. Good. Let's come back. Pull the toes up to the sky. Feel your baby toe ball pull back. Tip the hips forward. Long spine. Draw the belly in. Ujjayi breathing. Fingers may come down. Feel that through the back of the leg. Breathe in and breathe out. Don't feel like you have to be a statue. Allow your body to move a little bit side to side. The back of the legs hold so much tension. If you feel able, your body may melt down. That's not necessary or required. Come forward. Okay, we can do this in a few different ways. If you're looking to power up your practice, really push into the hands and pick that right leg up. Otherwise, slowly bring the leg around. Now we can charge up our practice again with lowering into a chaturanga. Go through a flow here, or we can go right in down dog. Exhale, down dog. Again, strong through your hands. Lift the left leg up. Bend that knee. Open the hips. Stay strong through those hands. Feel your hips pressing towards the left side of the room. Feel that openness through the hip. And then we'll take that leg right through to the center. Scoop your belly. Press firm into your hands. Watch your head doesn't drop. And then reach back up again. This foot will plant between the hands. If it doesn't make it very far, you physically bring it there. Bend your back knee. If your back knee is sensitive, use a pad or double up on your mat. Tuck your tail under. Fire your right glute. Reach the fingers to the sky. And then we reach to the side. Again, victory is not a big side bend here. Victory is opening the whole right side of the body. If you're somebody who has lower back pain, stretching out through these hip flexors, the psoas muscles, will really help your low back. Okay? So from here, both hands come down to the inside of that left foot. Pick up your back toes or your back knee. Gently rock side to side. And then take that left foot off like Velcro. So you want to watch that you're not just sickling in the ankle and dropping into the ankle. You really have your foot flat. The outside edge stays on the mat as you pick up the inside edge. Okay? And you feel that the movement's initiated by deep in that hip joint. Okay? And again, you don't have to stay still. If you've got lots of mobility, you might feel the desire to move and breathe. Do that. Tune into what the body's saying. Far too often, we don't listen to what the body's saying. There's lots of whispers, but we don't listen. Bend the knee here, okay? Tip the pelvis forward and lengthen. So for many of us, we stay here. The baby toe ball pulls back. Lengthen your spine. The fingers might come down. This is where you elevate the foundation, put the blocks in front of you. Okay? Feel the left hip draw back and the right hip forward, and it's quite a deliciously sour stretch to the back of your leg. Good, and then shift forward. So again, to power up the practice, we do a flow. If not, we go into down dog or child's pose. I'm going to do the power up, shoulders, elbows, wrists stacked, lower chaturanga. In the chaturanga, the shoulders don't go lower than the elbows. Really charge those back legs. Press into the hands and push back into downward dog. And just inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Maybe the hips sway. Do what they naturally feel like they need to do. Inhale and exhale. Rise up on the balls of the feet. Bend the knees. Look to where you want to go and go there. Step or jump. Inhale, look up halfway. Scoop your belly, squeeze your blades. Exhale down. Inhale with a micro bend in the knees all the way up. Big reach up and back. And exhale down. Retract. So feel the shoulder blades glide against the backs of the ribs. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Scoop your lower belly. The inner lines of the legs are kissing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now exhale, hold here, and hopefully you've got space. Take those thumbs back behind us. Good. Ground down into those feet. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, look up halfway. Scoop the belly, squeeze the blades. Exhale, step or jump back. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right leg comes high to the sky. Sweep it through between the fingers. All 10 toes are pointing to the front of the room. Reach the hands up. So the front knee is going to bend. The back leg stays as straight as it can go. We're pushing down into the front heel to lift up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. One last time, hold here. Just like we did when we had our knee down, you can keep your knee down if you need to modify. We take the right hand along the left wrist and we reach up and over. Please charge your back leg with energy. Really charge it up. Now we take that length and we lift up and we're twisting. The hands come to heart center. We're twisting over the right leg, okay? So a little trick here is kind of taking your hands along your thigh, bringing your thigh to the midline to really try to get a deep twist. For balance, some of us will have to bend our back knee. And then once we're there, maybe we decide to pick it up. We feel that top hand coming down and the bottom hand coming up equally. Really nice big twist. And then come down. Take your right hand to the inside of your right foot. Your left toes turn towards the left side of the room. Your left shoulder and elbow are leaning back into that foot. Feel free to grab that block. And then reach the left hand to the sky. Really opening up through the whole left side. Reach that hand over the head. Take it back up. Reach it over. Big diagonal line from that outside edge of the left foot to the outside edge of the left fingers. Come back. Good. Let's bring everything back and down. Everything back and down. Let's bend our left knee. We're going to stay here. We're going to bend the back knee. We're going to reach back and see if it's accessible to grab a hold of that foot and bring it, the heel in. This is a very deep twist for many of us. Just holding here. Maybe bending the knee and just reaching. Don't do any funny contorting. If it's accessible, great. Again, just to show you where this can go. Not necessary or required. Come back in. Curl the back toes. And just like before, if you're ready for the charge in your practice, take that leg back. Maybe it even floats if you're looking to really charge. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale. Down dog. Deep breath in through the mouth, in through the nose rather, and exhale out through the mouth. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Strong to the hands. Left leg comes high to the sky. Sweep it right through to the hands. Come back up. This time, take the hands onto the hips, or if we can, behind the back of the head. We're going to go down and up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, push into the heel. Inhale, lower. Exhale, push into the heel. Back leg is staying charged up and as straight as we can. And then we hold here. Feel like someone's gently taking the elbows back. Really shine through your heart center. Open up through that heart chakra. And then let the hands reach up. Take the left hand onto the right wrist. And we're doing that really nice side stretch. Allow the hips to sink right into the pose. Good, beautiful. Come down. From here, we're going to twist. So we're going to take that length, we're going to twist. Right? So some of us will bend the back knee. We can move this foot a little bit to the middle. And we're really kind of hooking this right shoulder or elbow around the left. And this hand's pressing down as this hand's pressing up. And they meet equal pressure right in between the chest. Right in the center of the chest. Maybe the back leg charges up. We feel those right ribs really coming in tight to the left inner thigh. To advance this, some of you might already be there, we open up the wings. This is a lot for most bodies to do. So again, wherever your body's ready to go. And then from here, we unravel. Okay, undo the feet. Take the toes, so the toes are to the right side of the room. The left hand is on the inside of the left foot. We reach up. This is where you can take the block to elevate you. You can even take your elbow here. And you can play around with inhaling and exhaling. All the while pressing the outside edge of that back foot into the earth. Spiraling the ribs to the sky. Good. And we'll come back down. So again, you decide, you take that leg, it floats back behind you, it comes down, or you lower your knees, lower down, chaturanga, inhale, up dog, exhale, down dog. Anytime you don't want to do the flow, you just hang out in downward dog or child's pose. Rise up on the balls of the feet, bend the knees, look to the front of the mat, step or jump. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, melt. Sit back into that Utkatasana, that chair pose, and the fingers in front and plug them in. Beautiful for posture here. Inhale and exhale. Lift your toes up off the mat so the weight's right back into the heels. Inhale and exhale. And press a little bit lower. Reach right up. And then we'll just exhale the hands right down to our sides. Exhale the hands right down to our sides. I'll sit right back down into those hips. Take the hands to the heart center. Lift those toes. Lift your toes, sit right back. Scoop your belly up off your thighs. Sit a little bit lower. Squeeze the inside lines of the legs together. Ground down, inhale up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, look up halfway, scoop your belly, squeeze your blades. Exhale, root the hands down, step or jump the feet back. Lower with control, chaturanga or modified on the knees. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. This time the right leg comes high to the sky. We bend the knee, we can hold right here. We can hold right here. If you're someone who's flipped the dog in the past, feel free to do that. Really pressing into your feet, into that left hand. All 10 toes can point to the back of the room. Again, if you've never done this, maybe don't try this today for the first time. Take the leg up, sweep it right through. So we're coming to Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. The right toes are at 12 o'clock, the left toes are kind of between 10 and 11. Hands over the head, bend the knee. I'll show this here. Hips and shoulders are square, so we don't want to be on a tightrope. Feel like your feet are on 2 separate tracks to the mat. Plug the arms into the back. Charge energy into the back, outside edge of your left foot. Hold here, inhale. Watch the shoulders aren't rising. Relax your face, relax your jaw. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Take your hands down, straighten your front leg, turn your left toes to the point to the side. So if you were to take a line from your right heel, it will come to your left instep. This is important. We bend the right knee so that we can see the right big toe. The knee is stacked right over the ankle. Inhale, reach the hands over the head. Exhale, press them down as if you're pushing down water, okay? And you want to take your drishti in yoga or your gaze just over your right index finger. Inhale and exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. There's equal energy forward as there is back. The tendency is to do this, okay? The hip pulls us forward. Take it back, settle it right down. Again, take a look at your right big toe. Make sure you can see it. Turn the right palm to the sky. Both can come to the sky. Keep the legs right where they are. Inhale, reach up into open warrior, sun warrior. Reach up and back. And then exhale down. Inhale, reach up and back. Inhale, feel the heat in that right thigh. Exhale. Any variations here? Some of us will bind the hands or reach around to the outside edge. Good, come up. Unravel the hands. My legs have gotten a bit far. Keep the front leg straight and reach back this time. Feeling a different sensation. Pushing down to that right heel, pulling up through the whole right side. Good, and then from here, we'll heel toe our foot in a bit. Okay, again, we should still have the heel in line with the instep. We're lengthening both the top and underside bodies as far as we can go. We're coming into triangle. The right fingers rest on the inside of the right shin, ankle. Maybe they drip down to the floor or to your block. All the while, we're rotating the rib cage. So this is really not about getting to the ground here. This is really about rotating the rib cage, grounding through the outside edge of the left foot and opening up to the left side. So the hips and pelvis press forward, the upper back leans back into an invisible wall. Draw the navel in as you exhale, Ujjayi, in and out through the nostrils. Root lock, belly lock. Good. Ground down, look down, windmill your hands, pivot your back foot. Yeah, and then push into the hands, step back, down dog, reach that leg up, and then lower it back down. Pedal the feet out. Pedal the feet out. Good. Again, to power up the practice, we flow, or we can stay there, child's pose. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath. Left leg comes high to the sky. Sweep it. Oh no, we're going up here. Sorry, we're staying up here. Reach up and we're bending. I don't want you to not be able to do your flipping the dog and go into the wild thing. So many of us will stay here. Some of us will flip the dog and reach up and back. We'll reach up and back. See how here shoulder, elbow, wrist are stacked. Okay, it's hard to see if you're doing it, but if you take a pause, you can move all 10 toes. You have to have a lot of shoulder mobility and strength here. Core strength, glutes to keep lifting up. This is very hard. Many of us are staying right here. This is perfectly acceptable. Okay, and then we take that leg right through. Left foot to 12 o'clock. Right toes are between 1 and 2 o'clock. Vira 1, warrior 1. Okay, plug those arms into the back. Okay, and then a gentle back bend some people are able to do. Make sure again that knee is stacked right over the ankle. Breathe up and back. Breathe up and back. Charging that back leg with energy. Good, breathe in and breathe out. Draw the ribs in, knit the ribs to the hips. And then press through that front heel. Take the heel in line with the right instep. Press the hands down. Energize through the back body. Take a look at your left big toe. Can you see it? Take the drishti or the gaze over that left index finger. Feel the heat in the thighs. Breathe in. Breathe right into it. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Turn the palms. Keep the legs as they are. Inhale. Reach up. It's not about back. It's up. Keep this down. Maybe we reach back. And here. And again. Reach up. Any variations you like. Some people will wrap the hand around and reach up and back. Maybe here. Maybe binding the hands. And then straight. My legs have gotten a little far, so I'm going to heel toe my back one in. Keep the front leg straight. Reach up and back. Then lengthen both side bodies here. I like to shorten the stance. If you have a block, you might grab it. Reach, 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 reach. Watch this knee is not hyperextended. It can be straight. If your lower back is sensitive, bend it a bit. Coming into that triangle. Breathe into it. Hips and pelvis press forward. Upper body and back leans back. Energize through the fingers. Twisting the ribcage to the sky. If you feel the need to reach up and over. Okay, we'll windmill. We'll bend. Now I know I forgot to do this on the other side, I believe, yeah? So we'll do it here. Might be better now. So maybe some of you caught me and already did it, but otherwise grab here or you're twisting. So you're reaching like this. The palm is not doing this. The palm is open. This hand maybe in a fist or on your block. Shoulders, elbows, wrists are stacked. Some of us are comfortable, maybe getting warmer now that you can come down. And then bring the heel in towards the hips. Very strong and deep stretch through the hip flexors and the quads. Beautiful work. Let's unravel. So again, up to you how you want to do this. You can go into child's or downward or flow. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale here through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, right leg high to the sky. Sweep this leg through. Inhale, reach up. Okay, let's take your feet, heels, hold them a bit wider. This is where you could grab your strap, and I suggest maybe you do. So, grab your strap. If you're gonna go for water, maybe wait for a moment because we're gonna have our head down. So if you can, just wait. Whenever you're doing yoga, sip, but don't gulp. Otherwise, I do say it is nice to drink a lot while you Go to your water bottle, but not during your yoga. You don't want it to come up. So the shoulders we don't want here, we really want this. I'm gonna show this up close. So holding on to the strap this way, so the thumbs are pointing out, so the shoulders look like this, not like this. Some of us can interlace our fingers and have this happen. That's great. But many of us are interlaced and do this. So you pick what's right for your body. Nice broad stance, okay? Nice wide stance here. Inhale, we can stay right here. If you're looking to humble the warrior and go a bit further, come forward. Bring the crown of the head towards the earth. Watch the shoulders aren't dumping into the ears. That's the first thing that happens. Big space between the earlobes and the shoulders. Watch you're not hyperextending the elbows. You shouldn't feel anything funny in your elbow or your wrist joints, shoulder joints for that matter. Good, and then ground down and come up. Good, we'll release the strap. We'll shorten the stance. Okay, now we're coming into a little bit of balance. Shift your weight forward. Pick up your back foot. Lengthen the spine. Take your hands from your hips, maybe to your sides. Turn the thumbs out. Okay, straighten that back leg as straight as it will go. The toes are down. We're trying to bring the chest and the body and the leg to be parallel with the floor, and then maybe a little upward dog with the body. The right hip draws back and the left hip draws forward. If you're looking for more, you're ready for more, take the hands over the head. This is very challenging for the body. And then from here, we're gonna lower down. The knee will most likely bend. The fingers will come into tented fingers. This is where it's great to use both your blocks. Make sure you don't use them as a kickstand. Use them just gently to help elevate the foundation. The left toe now turns towards the left side. The hand can come to the hip. The hand can extend up. The gaze can go up. So each one of these variations makes things harder. We can lift the leg up. We can bend the knee and grab a hold of the ankle or outside edge of the foot. Press the pelvis towards the left side and twist. Yes, we prepared for this in a few different ways, not necessary or required. Okay, let's take a big lunge back. Child's pose or flow. We're almost done. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left leg comes high to the sky. Sweep it through. Grab your strap if it's accessible. We'll do the humble warrior on the other side. Feet are on two separate tracks with your mat. Make it nice and wide. Maybe a little shorter than you usually do. Take the hands back behind you or interlace them. Either way, inhale, back bend. Exhale, come forward. Try to square out the shoulders, crown comes down. Keep pressing to the outside edge of that back heel. Breathe in and breathe out. Stay there for another breath. Again, if you're not comfortable coming forward, you stay here. Deep breath in. And then we all come up together. Shorten our stance. Let's try here. Balance challenge. Tip our body forward. Pick up our back foot. It doesn't have to be far. And what I mean here by opened or closed hips. Here the hips are closed. They're square. Here when we go down into that half moon, they're opened. So keep your hips square. Tip your body forward. Hands at your sides. Maybe some of us even interlace our fingers. Those of us who are quite open through the back, through the chest. Charge that back leg with energy. Reach the hands maybe over the head. All different variations. Breathe in and breathe out. And then once you've had enough, take the fingers down, little tented fingers, turn the toes so that they're opening to the right side, like when we did that three-legged dog. Again, really press into those fingertips. You can take the right hand up, find your balance. Then you take the gaze to the right, find your balance. Press through that right heel, find your balance. Maybe reach up. Stay right here. Maybe you lift the leg, or maybe you bend that knee and press the foot into the hand, twisting towards the sky. once you've had enough, big lunge back. Big lunge back. Up to you. This is the last flow, or meet us in child's pose. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Downward dog. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Ha. Deep breath in, long breath out. Bend the knees. We'll all rest in child's pose. In child's pose, some of us like to have the knees wide. Big toes together, knees nice and wide. Maybe we take the fists, one potato, two potato, to support the forehead. Or we can take the hands stacked one on top of the other. Deep breath in and long breath out. You deserve it. Deep breath in and long breath out. Okay, let's just turn onto our side. I'll face you. And let's just start just getting everything back in together here. So I'll have my left leg out and my right leg in. Find your sits bones here. We're almost done. So we're just gonna open the side bodies, okay? We started with those side stretches. We did some nice twisting. We're gonna do this beautiful side stretch. So we'll take the left hand on the inside of the knee or shin or ankle, whatever's available. If you can access your elbow in here and kind of hook it in, great, because we're gonna use that as leverage to twist. Fingertips on the temple, elbow up high. Keep your knee and this right side very anchored. If for some reason this leg is way up here, just straighten this leg out. It doesn't have to be in super tight, okay? So take your elbow down, reach it forward and twist and lean right back into an invisible wall. One more time, take it down, reach forward, and we're gonna hold it here, twist it back. Draw the navel in, feel like the upper back is leaning into an invisible wall. Fingertips reach to the sky. Keep leaning back into that invisible wall. So you stay right here. Where you want to feel this is through the whole right side, all through here. Okay, the adrenal glands that sit on top of the kidney wings, those adrenal glands are just constantly releasing cortisol, right? The stress hormone, and I think for most of us, that cortisol is on overdrive and maybe just totally fatigued. We can reach the fingers out to the side, keep twisting towards the sky. So again, victory is not just grabbing your toe here and covering your face. We want to keep this openness to the whole side body. For those of you who are super open, you can grab your big toe with your peace fingers and you can twist this way. Okay, for most bodies that's not going to work, okay? And then we'll slowly come up, and it's just like quite a sensation, almost like the sand in one of those hourglasses, just whew, down. Okay, so we'll switch to the other side. It's a very powerful stretch. So we'll come, very powerful pose, we'll come to the other side. So again, find those sit bones, lift the flesh off the sit bones, sit up nice and tall here. And again, so the elbow or wrist hooks in, the fingertips come to the temples. We come down, we reach forward and we twist right back. And again, we go down, we reach forward, anchor through that left side and twist. Draw the ribs back, draw the navel in, reach the fingers to the sky. Feel like someone has, if you were wearing a ponytail, pulling that all right back. And then explore here, explore reaching, explore lower. Where do you need it the most? Find that. Stay with it, twist right into it. It should feel like quite a sensation all through the side body. Again, those of you who have lots of mobility or really long arms or torsos, then you can reach those toes. And slowly come up. Beautiful. Let's bring the legs in together. We're gonna come right onto our back. So we can do this slowly rolling down, or you can go to your side and lie down, okay? So we're gonna roll down slowly, 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 one vertebrae at a time. And then bring the knees into the chest. Gently rock them side to side. Beautiful. Let's come into a happy baby. So we flex our feet, we grab the outside edges of the ankle, pants, shins, feet, whatever's accessible. And then just gently rock side to side. So it's like, stay right there. It's like your upper body is doing like a great big kind of row, drawing those knees down. Yeah, so the shins are perpendicular to the floor. You're trying to draw down. And notice here the tailbone naturally rolls up. Try to draw it down. See how that feels different. Maybe bring the soles of the feet together. Give it a little roll. Bring the knees in together. And then we'll lower the knees over to the left side slowly and gaze to the right side. Maybe the top leg extends down and out to make it deeper, or maybe one knee comes on top of the other or above the other. To modify this, keep the legs stacked. And then picking the legs up one at a time to bring the knees up and over to the other side. So maybe your arms first, stay there, were out like this. Maybe now bend them like that, or vice versa. So just play around with the position to just open different fibers across the chest. Okay, it's important to keep these muscles open. And we're always looking away from the knees. And then we'll lie right on our backs. If you feel like you need to do any other wiggles or adjustments to put your own signature on your practice, go right ahead and do so. And then we'll lie in Shavasana. So Shavasana is our final resting pose, our corpse pose. It can look different ways for different people. So you may want to take that nice little towel that's rolled up and not put it behind your head, but put it behind your neck just to support it. You may lay down with the arms out and the legs out. That's the traditional way, not necessarily the right way for you. Okay? Or you may find that if your lower back is just for some reason a little sensitive, take your feet mat width distance apart and let your knees fall in. Or maybe you'd like to do the opposite, take the knees out and the soles of the feet together. Whatever feels right for you, go ahead and take that position, nice and restorative. And we'll exhale all the air that we have in our lungs. And just as we began, we'll just inhale very, very, very deep. And exhale, open the mouth and let it go. So no more breath control. We're letting go of the root lock, the belly lock, all the controlled breathing. Inhale again through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Letting go of anything that's not serving us, anything left over. And just allow the skin to soften around the muscles. Allow the muscles to simply hang off the bones. Just allow your bones to lie heavy into the mat. Feel those bones lying heavy into the mat, through the mat, into the earth. Allowing all the tension to dissolve. Allow the whole body to relax. Allow the whole body to relax. The whole body is feeling relaxed. This is the time to let all the nectar of all the work we've just done sink through the skin, penetrate into the muscle, dissolve into the bones, and spread out into every cell of your body. Allow yourself to rest like this for as long as you can. Before you finish your practice, take a moment to notice how your body feels. Take a moment to be grateful, to thank your body for the work it's done. And again, take the time to rest as long as you can. I appreciate your time, your energy. The light within me bows to the light within you. Namaste. Thank you so much.